I don't want to miss anything.
Cha-ching. Good morning, boss. Good to see you too. It's been a while. I needed to make this reappearance on this good day. First and foremost, congrats on your moving. And I know you're settled in. Everything looks good and set up in the background. Thanks for giving us that good blessing. But today I want to say it's brand new week. What is it? Week 2, week 3 of January. I want to say, and fully embrace your imposter. There's a lot going on out there right now with a lot of movement and buyers, buyer fatigue. But, this week, fully embrace your imposter with what it is that you want to exude on your IG or that you want to do. Just do it. Fully embracing your imposter really means that you will become that person. If we don't do anything different, we will not be able to get to the next level. So we have to do something that's different. We can't stay stagnant with what it is that we're doing day to day. And I say this to myself. There's a lot I've been doing that's different. For example, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, have some meetings set up with certain people that I wouldn't do interviews with. And it's actually getting me a lot of exposure with new lead generation. So I'm excited about that. That's in the works. But if you do something different that you normally don't do, that's what's going to get you to the next level, per se. So fully embrace your imposter. You'll get it done. Trust me.
Woo, I love this. I love this. You guys, let's talk about this for a minute. And I appreciate you starting the conversation off like this, Hector. So on Friday, we had a huge conversation about social media, right? About doing some things differently, about recording some things that you're hearing from here, and then tagging some key people that I recommended that you guys tag. I recommended that you guys create a video, tag somebody out in the industry that is doing big things in our market. By a show of hands, and if you guys didn't do it, it's okay. Maybe I let you guys down and I didn't give you guys enough excitement or encouragement or motivation to take action. So I apologize. But let me ask, how many people actually created something and tagged some of those names of the people that we mentioned on Friday? Joellen, you did or did not?
Actually, I didn't tag anybody, but Giselle Urgardi wrote to me on Instagram and told me it was so cool that you shouted her out.
Okay, so you guys, I created one video and I tagged Glenda Baker. I tagged Giselle. I tagged a couple other people in our industry, and Glenda Baker, who has 70,000 followers, actually gave me a shout out, retagged my post, put it on her story. In one day, you guys, in one day, I got 41 new followers from that one video, right? So when I tell you guys that these things are going to work, if you spend a minute today saying, you know what, hey guys, I learned some things in group coaching. I was inspired to do something. I was pushed. I'm implored to do something. I want to create this and I want to share this. And a couple of you got mentioned. I'll tell you what, my phone blew up that day with the amount of followings I got from one video, right? You're one video away from changing your guys' life. You don't know what's going to hit, right? So instead of thinking in paralysis analysis or analysis paralysis, just do. I literally created it, tagged all those people, said thank you for being inspiration to our team members and being people that we can follow and learn from. And they were thankful. And then I'm going to set up a meeting with Giselle. She's like, let's collaborate. Let's get on a call. Let's do some things together. So I'm stoked. Worked for me. So I'm just saying, you guys, it can work for you. Go ahead, Joellen.
I actually did tag Giselle, and Giselle tagged me back and put me in her story. And now we're talking.
Totally. It's a powerful thing. And these are people that are making some really, really strong waves in the business. And so highly, highly recommend you every single day, do one thing that's going to move you forward in your business. And listen, we all started out at one time with 0 followers. We all started out as 0 followers, right? We just have to we have to engage. Like I said, we have to be interested. We have to be interesting, all these things. So we'll have that conversation again, but I just wanted to share with you what is possible and that it actually worked. And I told you guys, I'm not going to lead. I will lead by example. I'm going to do this video. So as soon as group coaching closed, I opened up my phone while the thoughts were still fresh, tagged all those people. So highly encourage you to do the same thing. But let's talk about joy. I want to have a conversation around this, and I want to talk about my weekend. I want to share some things with you because I'm super grateful right now. My cup is totally, totally full. So I want to share this with you. So on Saturday night, we went to a production that's put on by the San Francisco Symphony and it's called Soundbox. Now, Soundbox, so here's the symphony. Right around the corner is like another venue that is hosted by the San Francisco Symphony. I had no idea. I thought it'd be cool for a date night to walk in. I did some research about Jamie Mann, who was the curator and the composer of this beautiful, crazy production that we went and seen. It's also in combination with a guy named Brian Zamora, who is a immersive light production dude that does all these crazy things with music and light. So we walk into like this dark scene. It was really cool. It's called Soundbox, and you walk in, and like the lady, Jamie Mann, I think she's from Australia, or she's from Australia. So anyways, she starts to talk about what this production meant to her and why she did it. So she said, I wanted to take people on this journey of ecstasy, but I wanted to take it through light and music. Whatever that means to you, whatever joy you're feeling in your life, I wanted to provoke these types of feelings, and I wanted to do it my way. And I was thinking about, I always make correlations with what we do in business and music and sports. I always try to find a correlation, right? It's just how my mind works. When I was thinking about that, you guys, and when we look around at what's happening in our industry, just like a composer for music and this beautiful, beautiful arrangement that was created, which I highly recommend that you guys go and see something like this. It changed my life. It's you guys are now in this position with our industry where we are to really curate and be the composer of your own beautiful creation, right? That's why when you guys look around, you're seeing all these new brands develop, all this like individuality being expressed, all these unique things that agents are doing that you guys, I promise you, 10 years ago, the things that are happening in our market now did not exist. The development and the growth of independent agents creating their own brand in their own way, with their own style, in their own voice, with their own swag. You guys, a lot of these things did not exist 10 years ago. So you guys are witnessing something that is super, super special in our industry. So let's stay here for a second. When we think about our being able to compose and being able to create what we want in our life and our business, you guys get to create the feeling. You guys get to create the energy. You guys get to create your arrangement. You get to create the experience that others are going to feel when they work with a Ricky White, right? What are people going to experience when they come to the Danielle Martinez show? What does that look like? What is that experience? You guys get to set the cadence. You guys get to set the tone. You guys get to set the whole experience of what people are going to experience if they're listening at home with you or if they're buying a home with you. It is completely yours to sit here and say, how am I going to curate and compose a beautiful masterpiece for my consumers, right? I thought about you guys this weekend. I'm sitting there having this beautiful musical experience with my lady, and I'm thinking like, that's who you guys are. You guys are composers of something that is amazing and incredible. But you guys have to take the time to design this and say, what is it going to feel like? What am I going to do? What's that experience as soon as they sit down and have a conversation with me, all the way until I'm handing out the keys to their new home? What is that experience like, right? What is that experience like? So you guys need to really look at this and be like, I'm not just going to go and open doors and, oh my God, how are you? The market's hot, inventory's low. You should strike while the iron's hot. Fucking Snorville. Bore me to death with that shit, right? This is an opportunity for you guys to create that is something that is completely different, that you guys are going to leave an impression with them, that you guys are going to leave a memory with them. That's who you guys are. This isn't about, I'm just going to put somebody in their home. Shit, I'm going to be a part of their memories for the next 30 years because their kids are going to grow up in this. And oh my God, and the memories and the stories and the experiences. Thank you for doing that. I want you guys to really, really take ownership of you being a composer in your client's life, that you are the curator of this beautiful experience in your consumer's life, and take ownership of that, right? That's your guys' opportunity to build it. And you know what? It can look and feel any fucking way that you guys want. You know why? Because it's yours. And there's only one Michael Swanson. There's only one Sabu, right? So this is your opportunity to bring them to your environment and create it your way. And know what you don't have to do? And I'm going to support this. You don't have to go like this. I think I should. No, this is whatever you see in your ideas of grandeur for your business, create it that way. That's how you guys create business, right? When you think about fast real estate, when you look around, when you look at the offices, when you look at the decor, when you look at the swag, when you look at our shirts, when you look at our hoodies, does it look different? This was curated because of Kenny's idea. Kenny has always been a master at marketing, but he always wanted to be different, right? Be you, but fast, the fast agent, team fast. He curated this, right? He composed this beautiful thing that we're all a part of to inspire each of you to compose and curate the way that you want to compose and curate. This is yours. So I want you guys to take ownership of this from start to finish. How am I going to create this beautiful experience for my clients? Nelly, you had your hand up. Okay. Maybe she didn't. All right. I got to tell you this though, Quan, I'm motivated this morning, bro. He's on coaching. He's doing his workouts. Let me get a little flex, bro. Let me get a little flex going on over here. That's what I'm talking about. Super, super inspiring. So you guys, I wanted to share that with you. It's been on my mind since Saturday night. I wanted to share that with you because I think it's important. Being the composer and the curator of this beautiful experience from start to finish. What does that look like? Some of you have that already built into your business. Some of you are just developing it. Some of you are refining what that looks like, right? What is the flow like as soon as I get a lead? What does my follow-up game look like? Am I sending out a video right afterwards? Am I sending out a group chat introducing myself to the Mr. and the Mrs.? Am I, sending a link to Real Scout? Am I sending out my high notes so they have a quick introduction of who I am, right? As soon as I set up a tour, am I sending them a cloud CMA with the flow? Am I sending them the buyer notes in my calendar invite, step by step with all the houses that we're going to? Am I following up with a text message? When I get there, did I remember the kids' names? Did I remember the wife's name? Am I having an experience? Am I talking to them on different levels with other than just surface? Then am I hopping on another Zoom call to review comps, to review disclosures? And then am I hopping on one more Zoom call to go over the entire RPA, step by step, holding their hand, advocating, educating, leading them throughout this entire process? And am I creating an experience that is heightened? You guys have the ability to do so. Nobody else will create that for you. We have the ideas, we have the template, we have the roadmap, but that experience when they're working with you is yours. We're walked into an industry now that is all about the agent, right? This is brand centric and it's agent brand centric. You guys can do whatever the heck you want and we'll support you. So wanted to bring that to you guys. And so I wanted to ask you a couple questions. These things brought me some joy this weekend and went and saw the music. And then I bought a Vespa scooter. If you guys saw my stories yesterday, I'm cruising through freaking wine country on a freaking Vespa, which I thought it was the most fun thing in the world. If you guys have an opportunity to ride a Vespa, drive a Vespa, go out and do that, but make sure that your phone is in a zip pocket because my lady dropped her phone while we were on the road. Anyways, I want to ask a couple of you. Let's just start out 3 people right now because it's going to start the conversation past this. I want to know exactly what is bringing you guys joy right now in your life. I don't care what it is, who it is, what the things you're doing. So I want to know what's bringing you joy. And if 3 people could volunteer, that would be wonderful. I see Joe Ellen's hand up. I saw Danielle. She smiled when I asked that question. Vanessa has her hand up. So cool. Good question, I guess. Maybe we'll go to 5 people. So Joe Ellen, let's go to you first off. What brings you joy right now? Why? And I want you to elaborate. Share with us.
This is bringing me joy. I'm super excited to be here, and just like my growth is just, I just feel like before I was stagnant. I was kind of like just covering myself up, like kind of like not trying to be like I am really usually tenacious and energetic, and I just kind of calmed myself down. But now I'm like back again. And I asked my husband yesterday, I said, have you noticed any growth in me or any change? And and I said, do you see anything different? Because I always talk about Team Fast and you and everything that you guys have done and how I do coaching and I'm getting my leads and, all that good stuff and closing them. And he said, yeah. He said, you know what I noticed? You're focused. He's all, you are so focused. He's like, and your skills have gotten a lot sharper. And, so it really made me like tear up because he did notice. And my word for this month was focus. So yeah.
Like just right now, even in your physiology, there's this like smile and there's like this jovial spirit about you. When I first met you, you were quiet. Like I thought you were just quiet and maybe she's, she's going to come out of her shell, but like you just seem like you're constantly raising your hand. You want to say something on coaching and you've been super expressive. So Joellen, congrats to your growth and I love it. And keep coming to these environments because I think that we all learn from each other. So Good stuff, you guys. Let's hear from a couple of the people. I saw Kaleem, your hand up. Kwanzo, your hand was up. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I feel like just this whole experience of me, going through to get my license and just waiting on to pass my test, I feel like just that whole journey alone is just so exciting for me. And it's really keeping me focused, studying, creating a morning routine of waking up, getting to these meetings, reading, going to the gym and studying, just doing everything to just stay as productive as I can until I start this new amazing journey with you guys.
Kaleem, your journey's already started, right? You're already here. You're already starting the journey, man. And Kaleem, one more time for the people in the back of the room. How old are you, bro?
19.
19.
Wow.
I mean, think about it, you guys. What were you doing at 19 years old?
Jeez.
Right? What were you doing at 19 years old? I wasn't locked and focused and ready and entrepreneur mindset like Kaleem is. So super, I love it. Super happy for you. Kwanzo, you had your hand up, brother. If we could take a second from burpees and chime in.
Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's ready for a great week. So I think for me, one thing that's been really great is I feel more fulfilled because not only am I able to, get my work, like everything I want done from a career-wise, I'm able to I'm getting back into production and a bunch of other things I wasn't able to do because I'm getting up earlier. I'm just able to fill more things in that I've been wanting to do. For me, being creative is a big part of who I am, and I've been kind of denying myself of that. And so being more disciplined with my time and blocking my time have really helped to just bring a different level of fulfillment because I'm not only able to, really stay focused on everything career-wise, but also just feel more fulfillment on the other aspects of my life. So I feel like there's more geometric growth, which is awesome.
Love this. I love it. And we talk a lot about this, like those morning routines, morning how I know you guys hear it, but I live it, and it's really, really important. Like waking up that extra 2 hours early to write and I'll be real, and I'm going to share with you guys. All right. So if you haven't got this yet, the high performance planner, highly recommend that you get this high performance planner. There's a couple things, and we talked about this last week, and I did this on the weekend. It's a whole life assessment. You break down different categories, high performance habits assessment, and then every single day, and I'll show you. So it is 117. So I've already wrote in my journal for this morning. It's everything morning mindset. One thing I can get excited about today, just to share my meeting with Kenny and Denise today in Walnut Creek. Someone who needs my A game today is Cynthia and Eric. Let's see. A situation that might stress me out or trip me up today could be creating company KPIs for Eric, for myself, for Cynthia, and different people in my department. I would know today was a great success if at the end of the day I did set or felt this gratitude towards work and my family. Right? It's like spending the time to really, really reflect. And I wasn't always a writer, you guys, but those things put my mind, my business, and life into perspective. So Kwanzo, I really, really appreciate you sharing. Vanessa, you had your hand up, and we'll go to one other person. We're going to shift gears.
All right, well, I'm really happy that I have my team that, I feel supported, that no matter what I do, no matter what questions I have, nobody thinks it's dumb. Everybody just goes out and go hard and help me figure it out. And I don't feel alone because, being in COVID and kind of getting out there, it is hard. It's kind of weird. You're kind of antisocial, but I'm really happy. My family does support me. They're here. I'm really grateful. Everybody's healthy. I don't know, just to be able to get up and have these opportunities. And I'm really grateful and thankful for that.
Love it. I absolutely love it. So you guys, the guy that I bought the Vespa off of, he's one of my great friends, 63 years old. His name's Jersey Tom. And I promise you, if you ever want to go on an exclusive wine tour, hit him up. He's up in Sonoma County, #1 on Yelp. Tom, Jersey Tom, he beat cancer. And I've told you guys this story before. He had cancer that wrapped around the top part of his spine. One night he started feeling some pain in his neck. Next morning, woke up, still had pain, went to the hospital. By the time he got to by the time they checked him into the hospital and he was actually wheeling back, it had wrapped around his spine so much that it left him paralyzed. paralyzed from the neck down. He was paralyzed from the neck down, and he was a quadriplegic for 7 months of his life. They said that this is your life and you'll never come out of it. Well, fast forward, he beat it. He beat it. At 7.5 months, he was able to walk out of the hospital, and he would spread joy around the whole cancer ward, and he beat it. Well, years later, and this was just last year, he had a heart attack. The radiation that they used to kill the cancer in his body, that he ended up, overcoming, built tartar on his spine and was blocking fluids. And he actually had a heart attack from the chemo that saved his life, 20 years ago. So he fought through that, had to go through surgery and everything. But I'll tell you what, he is the most grateful person and most excited and stoked on life dude that you'll ever meet. He's just grateful to stand up, like the smallest things. He's like, Elias, do me a favor. He's like, if you go to Italy this year, I want to go with you. I want to experience that with you, my friend. He's like, let's not do Christmas presents for anybody. Let's just save our money and go to Italy. So my goal is to take him with me to Italy. And he's just so stoked on life. Like, I just sat there and he's like playing with Silas, and he's got a dog. Check this out. He's got a dog that he got from a vineyard that was the vineyard dog. He didn't even have a name. Well, somebody drove by the vineyard and fucking shot the dog. Shot the dog. Shit. Okay, so shot the dog. This dog goes to the hospital. The doctor goes in, they start doing surgery to remove the bullet. The dog lived, it was in his hind leg. While doing surgery, guess what they found in his hind leg? They found that hind leg had cancer. If the dog would have never got shot, they would have never found the cancer. They amputated his leg. He's a 130-pound Italian Pyrenees dog, amputated his back leg, and now he hobbles around. He could run fast as heck. He just can't make turns. With my buddy who hobbles around because he beat cancer, and they're fucking just the beautiful bestest of friends. And he's like, man, this is what it's all about. He's like, I don't care about anything else. I just care about my family, getting up and being able to walk and say hi to my lady. He's like the simplest of things. Gratitude, right? Gratitude. So appreciate you guys chiming in. I love this. Let's hear from one other person. Danielle Martinez, you had your hand up earlier. Look at her eyes. So let's hear from
yeah, good morning. So I believe the original question was something that you're finding joy, correct?
Totally, yeah.
So I'm very new to this. Like I said, just this month, finally issued my license. So I was kind of going through the when it rains, it pours, right now. So there's a song I've heard, it's called Every Storm Runs Out of Rain. And I feel like that's where I am right now. I'm running out of it because it's it. Coming across Team Fast and seeing some of the things that I've seen by following a few of you have just opened my eyes. And I'm like, I think those are my people. And I see everybody being their self. And it's really stood out to me. And I feel like I could find a home here. Like, I feel everything I see with you guys is what I've been looking for. I lost my job during the pandemic. I got really sick. And now I'm bringing myself back up. Unexpected things kept happening that were out of my hands. And I'm like, I'm trying to get it back in my hands and I'm fighting and it just keeps knocking me back down. So I'm finally getting to where I wanted to be. And then I came across Team Fast and I'm like, I think this is it for me. Like, I need to get out there and work. I want to be around people that have the same goals as I do, because I've been out of the game for a little while with my health, and this is my joy right now, because I feel like I'm taking one step forward and I'm getting knocked back 5. So this right here, and I see everybody like what you're doing and these coaching calls and how everyone's here to help you and be their self. And it is really pushing me and making me feel that I made the right decision. I made the right decision because I almost gave up this summer. I was so sick. I almost gave up. I couldn't do it. And I still push myself through. So this is my joy right now. And I'm really trying to just lead with that and be like, no matter how much I'm like, I don't understand this. I don't know what's going on. I am trying to lead with, no, I will understand what's going on because I'm in the right door now. That's my joy.
I love it. I love it, Danielle. I really, really appreciate the vulnerability and I appreciate you sharing. And, and that goes back to what Kenny and I said last week. And I was telling Kenny before everyone got on, like I had, like 40 new followers from our post on Friday and just tagging people, right? And it's like, we've met so many people along the way that says, I followed your journey. Oh, I saw Kenny's stuff. wow, Kenny always posts all this wild stuff. It kind of inspired me, right? And so same thing with you guys. Just document everything that you're doing in your life, the good, bad, and the ugly, right? Danielle, you share that story with people. I promise you, somebody's going to be like, damn, I get that. I've experienced the same thing, and thank you for sharing, right? Now you're building your tribe. You're building your following, right? So really, really good stuff, you guys. All right, so let's shift gears for a second here. I want to take this back to a business sense because obviously mindset, motivation, I think we're there, you guys. What I want to do is I want to ask you guys a question. We were on a giant mastermind session a couple of weeks ago. It was about 300 people there, and they talked about your UVP. How many people know what your UVP is? Does anybody know what that stands for? All right, cool, good. So so Ernesto, what is a UVP?
Unique value proposition.
Unique value proposition. All right. Each of you guys have a unique value proposition, and I'm going to have Eric King. Eric King, can you take yourself off of mute really quick, brother? You there? All right, we'll give Eric 1 second. All right, cool. We'll come back to Eric. So here's what I want to do is I want to go around the room, you guys, and I'm going to give you some context here. So you get a referral from a past coworker.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. You get a referral from a past coworker that you worked with at your previous job. They call you and say, hey, my friend is looking at buying a home in Berkeley, but they're interviewing other agents. They're super, super anal. They're super, super like detail oriented. Call this person. They're open to hearing from you because I said that I know a realtor. So you get this lead. So Eric, I'll come back to you, bro, because I see that you're riding your bike, bro. I love you. So I want to make sure that I call on somebody that can answer this question. So you get this question, or you get this call and this lead. They're going to ask you, what is your unique value proposition? What makes you different out of all the other realtors out there? Can you spit some fire? Can you tell them what separates you from every other realtor out there? What is your unique value proposition? What are you going to do to give them a heightened experience? I see people thinking. I see people like nodding their heads, and I know you guys have some answers. So I'm going to call on some people randomly right now, and listen, there's no wrong answer here. This is your answer, but this is designed to help you get better, to make sure that no matter who you're with, no matter who's in front of you, you know your UVP. So let's start out with you, Hector. Hector, I'm going to start out with you, brother. You're calling me. I'm the lead. I'm a referral from a past coworker. And I'm going to ask you the question of, well, why you, Hector? So just call me. We'll role play through this. So on 3, 2, 1, action. Let's go right into this.
Hey, Elias, Hector here with Team Fast, brokered by EXP. I was referred to you by Danielle regarding.
Cool.
It looks like you were looking for a realtor in the Greater Bay Area. Is that correct?
Yeah, we are. We're actually interviewing a couple different agents right now.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to get in and get that interview with you because I think that we have something very valuable to offer you in the Bay Area. I'm part of a Team Fast, as I mentioned before. We have great exposure throughout the Bay Area, and I think for you, it's going to allow you to be able to select what you want in this market. Not only that, we have what's called off markets that we get access to with over 250 agents growing day to day because everyone's coming to our team. And for you, that would make really good sense regarding what you're looking for, especially in this market.
Yeah, that's good. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm a totally touchy-feely type of dude. And, I'm all about energy and vibrations, man. That's cool about your team and everything. But Hector, at the end of the day, why would me and my wife choose you?
Well, as far as, for me, and this is where we get stuck, right?
But no, but I'm thank you for being stuck right now. This is growth, right? But why you, Hector?
Yeah.
Tell me.
So for me, I guess I would say, so reset. So for me, Elias, what I create for my particular clients, I used to work in the corporate world, and one of the reasons why I'm in real estate today, so that I can create a unique experience, so that I can have hands-on access to my clients. And I think that with my experience and corporate background, I'd be able to create what it is that you're looking for. At least for me, I know that I'm hands-on. I'm going to make sure that you understand the process from beginning to end. I like to review documents. And I also like to make sure that you understand, what you're doing throughout the entire process. This is a huge decision that you're making for your family. And I want to make sure that any risk that you take, you understand what you're doing at all times.
Beautiful, beautiful. And see how he adjusted that? And I tell you, now that his mind's working, be like, okay, cool. Like, here's the benefits of working with me. Here I am as a person, and here's what differentiates me and what my unique value proposition is. I'll tell you what, if you work with me, you're going to work with somebody that has more tenacious and has more energy than anybody around. My 7 is more than most people's 10. When it comes to keeping it real and giving you information that's going to help you get your offer accepted in this competitive environment, I'm going to keep it 100% real with you and transparent. I'm also going to over communicate every single step of the way and make sure that you guys are educated and you guys are led through the process. That's what I can guarantee when you work with somebody like me, right? Be able to spit fire. If you're in an elevator and you have 30 seconds, tell me why I should work with you. I'll give you the opportunity to represent me. I have $1 million and I want to go buy a house. Why you, Hector? 30 seconds, right? So good stuff. I love this. Let's go over to, let me see. Let me go to Christine Miller. Christine Miller, are you there?
Hey, Elias. Yes, I am.
All right, so cool. You're calling me, and then we're going to Colette. We're going to come to you next. All right, so Christine, you're calling. Yeah, look at that. So you're calling me. I'm a referral, right? We're going to go through the same exact process. I want to hear what your UVP is. So, hello.
Hey, Elias. How are you doing?
Good. Who's this?
This is Christine. I'm with Team Fast. I was referred to you by Jim.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said he was going to have someone call me. What's up?
Hey, so yeah, Jim told me you were looking for a realtor, and he gave me your number. He thought that we would
Kids,
work
can you
well
guys keep it
together.
down, please? Kids.
Hey, yeah, so he was telling me that we would work well together. He did
Yeah,
give you
son,
some.
I'll get you milk in a second. Sorry, those are kids in the background.
No worries. I have a daughter as well, so I totally understand. I know he was mentioning that you were looking to buy real estate in Berkeley, and that you're very, detailed. You want the data, very data oriented. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so I that's something that we actually specialize on. I'm part of Team Fast, one of the biggest, the biggest group here in the Bay Area, and that's one of our specialties. We have a lot of data, we have a lot of market tools that we could utilize for you, if that's what you're interested in. And I definitely would want to sit down with you and go over this with you to let you know what the market really looks like right now. We could come up with a strategy and a plan of how we're going to do this together. And that way you come into this knowing what to expect, because right now, I'll be honest, there's a lot of things going on in the market. It's a very hot market, but there's a lot of things that buyers should be aware of.
Cool. Love it. Christine, for you, I've met you, I've done coaching with you. You're an emotional creature. I've had some time to spend with you. You're an emotional creature. So what sometimes is easy for us to do is to talk about them versus us. Right?
Yeah.
Because what did Hector do and what did Christine do? The first thing, I'm on Team Fast. We do this, we do that. I didn't ask you about we. I asked you about you, right? I'm going to spend time with you. I'm not going to spend time with your team. Those resources are great, right? But tell me what my experience is going to be like working with you. Can I get a sense of the energy, the excitement, the passion, the knowledge that you bring to the table? All the other things are a byproduct of the things that we as individuals are going to do for the consumer. So it's easy sometimes for us to revert to the, we can do this for you and our team and all this, because you know why? Sometimes as salespeople and as presenters, one of the hardest things to do is talk about ourselves, right? Have you ever tried to create a video and be like, all right, guys, I'm going to talk about my, all right, well, fuck, what is that, right? Or in an interview, tell me a little bit about yourself. This shit's hard sometimes, right? But there's people out there, especially if where they fall on the disc profile, that they're gonna wanna know what your UVP is and sell me. There's old school cats out there that are gonna be like, well, sell me. Why should I work with you, Quan? Why should I work with you? All right, let's go to Colette. Same context, same conversation. You're calling me and we're just gonna run right through this, right? So, and I love this, you guys, because you're gonna hear some really great stuff. So, hello, hi, hello.
Hey, Elias, it's Colette Washington. How are you doing?
Good. Who are you?
I'm the realtor you met at the open house last weekend.
Oh no. So let's pause for a second. So this is the context of you got a referral from a friend. Yeah, a friend that you used to work with referred you to somebody that they know that is currently looking at purchasing a home. They gave your name and they told that person that you're going to be giving them a call. This person is shopping.
Gotcha.
All right. Hello.
Hey, Elias, it's Colette Washington. I got your number from Joe, who told me you're looking to buy a house soon.
Oh yeah. Hi. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Good old Joe.
Yeah. I was hoping we could hop on a, Zoom call, and so I can kind of walk you through some of the ways that I can help you accomplish your real estate goals.
Yeah, let's pump the brakes a little bit on that though. I'm down for that, but I would want to know why. Like why you? We're shopping around, and my wife is like super spiritual. It's all about how things feel. Like why should we even talk to you?
Well, authenticity, trust, diversity, and clear communication are my core values, and that's kind of where I come from. And I have a background in social service work, and so I really care about people and establishing wealth through real estate. I also help my clients avoid common pitfalls using proven strategies to win more offers in a very competitive market.
Nice. Now, someone told me you had this moniker of this Oakland guru. What is that?
I've been around Oakland more than 25 years, so that also gives me sort of an edge. I know the neighborhoods. I study the market daily. My first priority is to make sure that you understand the process, and that I can walk you through it and be your guide, your trusted guide. And you can come to me with any questions you have, but first and foremost, I want to keep you informed every step of the way.
Let me pause you right there.
Okay.
Really good job. I think that Colette did something that we can all learn from. It's core values. We've talked about this before in coaching, but are you guys aware of what your core values are, right? When we think about our company, when we think about the hierarchy, core values of this organization, right? We understand that, right? But do you guys as individual business owners understand what your core values are as business people, right? You guys should be aligned with that, because if you're able to share your core values, people can say, oh, you know what, I can rock with that person because that's part of who I am as a person as well. To go back to you, Christine, I gave you an in and we didn't take it. And so just be cognizant, right? I said I had kids, right? Hey, I threw that in there. My son wasn't doing anything. He's actually quietly watching Babu on Netflix or whatever. But there was an opportunity. You said, oh, I have a kid too. But then you kept on going on, right? Like take those times to find out, because you'll probably find an in, right? I gave you the in, and you had an opportunity to really build off of that. But Colette, I love that. I love the core values. I love the Oakland guru. I think that these are really powerful statements. So good stuff. Let's go over to you, Ernesto, because you knew what this was. I know you have one. So let's hear from you, my man. Same context. I'll get you between shoes. Same context. You're calling me. I was a referral from a friend that you worked with before, and you know that I'm shopping around for realtors. So you give me a call. Hello, Ernesto.
Hey, Elias, good morning.
Oh, sorry. Hello. Hi. Who's this?
Hey, Elias. Hey, my name is Ernesto. I was referred to you by your coworker, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Steve said he'd have someone call me. Okay. What's up, dude?
Great. Hey, Steve reached out to me. He said you're looking at buying a home soon. Is that right?
Yeah. Me and my wife are looking right now.
Okay, great. Well, before we go any deeper, do you mind if I ask you kind of where are you in that journey? How deep have you gone into it?
You know what? We got pre-approved 3 weeks ago from our credit union, and we're not jumping into anything just yet. I think that if we're going to have someone help us with this, I feel like, and this is a lot of this comes from my wife. She just wants to make sure that we're going with the right person.
Okay, great.
You've just heard horror stories before.
Yeah, no, I want your wife to be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you both to be comfortable with the agent that you work with. And I'm sure I'm probably not the only one that you're speaking to. That's the reality. So when would be a good time for us to connect, maybe over Zoom, so we can have a face-to-face discovery call and get a feel for one another and make sure we're going to be a good fit?
I mean, we're open to that probably in the next couple of days. But just, while I have you, what are some reasons why people are working with you?
Yeah, I'll tell you what my past clients that I've interviewed have told me that they like about working with me is I always really demonstrate and explain with visuals why we are taking a certain action that we are. I'm very data driven, so I don't want to set you up for failure. You know, I'll give you an example. If you were to tell me, hey, Ernesto, we're looking for a 3-bed, 2-bathroom in San Francisco and our maximum budget is $800,000, I'm not going to be the agent that's going to tell you, okay, let's get in the car and see what's out there. I want to protect your energy. I want to protect your earnest money deposit. If you haven't gone over what that means, I'm going to be happy to walk you through what that is. So we're going to be very transparent and set very clear expectations and really set you up for success rather than setting you up for what could be something that you're going to be frustrated with in the end if we don't set crystal clear expectations from the beginning.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Cool. So for me, it comes down really to two things. It's partly an art, partly a science, just like our relationship, right? So as it relates to making an offer, getting it accepted, and making sure that, again, we enjoy working together, that's important to me as well. So those are some things I think, no, we'll be able to hash out by getting together with your wife as well, since she is a big decision maker in this.
I love it. Love it. All right, cool. We'll pause there, you guys. So do you guys hear the cadence? Do you hear the flow? And do you also hear the confidence, but it's not cocky, right? So there's this like smooth blend, but this is really who he is as a communicator. And I want you guys to really think about, everyone that you heard did an amazing job. But a couple things that he said is instantly he addressed the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is, we know that you're probably shopping around and having conversations with many other realtors, right? But here's how I differentiate myself from the pack. A couple things that he said that stood out was protect your energy. You know, the success of what we're doing and working together, being able to provide you with transparent information. And know what he did? He went right to the buyer's consultation, right? Let's do this. I don't even know if that you'll like me and if I'm the right fit, but if anything, let's at least hop on a buyer's consultation. That way I can explain the process with you. You can see my face, I can see your face. We can have a transfer of energy to see if this is a really good fit for both of us, right? Then as soon as you hop on, you do the buyer's consultation, I promise you, there's a lot of agents that are not taking the time to slow down and do a buyer's consultation. That buyer's consultation is going to let you learn everything about the clients. They're going to see your face, they're going to see your energy, and then you'll be able to win them over. So Ernesto, that was really, really solid. How long did it take you really to develop this like unique value proposition?
Mine's still a work in progress, if I'm being honest with you. I'm working with a coach that's helping me put together an entire like actual value proposition. So I wouldn't say I'm there yet, but one of the core things that I think about often is the rule of 80-20. I should be talking 20% of the time. The client should be talking 80% of the time. So if I just kind of verbal vomit why you should work with me, that doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work with who I am. So that's a rule that I go back to a lot, the rule of 80-20. I want to quickly just give some kudos to Colette. I love that she is an Oakland guru. So she has a niche that she's an expert at, which is, Oakland. So anyone looking, to move to Oakland is probably going to find her on the internet. And then she mentioned, proven strategies. I think if we are able to show people like a 5-step process that, and she also mentioned, avoiding common pitfalls that new buyers make, things like that. I really resonate with kind of her approach as well.
Totally. And I think that when you look at the buyer's consultation and you think about offer time, like those are the ways that you're going to explain what your proven strategy is, right? This is my strategy. This is how I pull my data. This is how we don't make decisions off of feelings, how we're making decisions based on what the market is saying that we should be doing. This is how we're going to be competitive. This is how I write my offers. What happens if it gets accepted? Then we submit our EMD. Well, what the heck is an EMD, right? Being able to break that down for them so they understand like the flow and the strategy, so there's no unknown. So really good points there, Ernesto. Ricky White, let's go over to you, and then we're going to come full circle on this. So Ricky White, same context, same conversation. You're calling me. I'm a referral from Sabu. So let's hear it, brother. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Ricky White.
Hi.
I got a call from your friend Joe. And he said you're looking to buy sometime soon. I'm a realtor. I think I can help you out with that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we are.
So what situation are you looking to buy in? Are you a first-time home buyer?
Yeah, first-time home buyer. Yep, okay. We're trying to buy in Berkeley.
Oh, in Berkeley. Okay, yep. That's great.
We're shopping with agents right now.
Oh, okay. That's fine. In this market, you never know who you can really trust, and got to find the right person that fits your niche. And I think I could be the person that can help you because, first of all, I was born in the Bay Area. I know that area quite well, and also I just bought my house last year, so I was in your situation last year, and I had a couple agents that I went through, and I know the reason why I didn't like them. And I know what I can do that's different. And one of the things I can do different, I'm a real estate photographer for the past 6 years. So my photography always the best. I do 3D imaging. I also do drone videos, which is always, get your, visual. I'm kind of stunned.
Listen, and
my
Ricky,
first time.
listen, thank you. First off, let's just give him a round of applause for stepping up. You know what I mean? Ricky, you're new to this environment, bro. And it is totally, totally okay. Right? When we think back of like the Kevin Magnas on the team who crushed their year, started out in group coaching, this is about progression, right? You're just learning the offense, right? I'm like telling you to run a post pattern. You're like, dang, and I cut at 3 yards. I'm supposed to cut at 7, right? So it's okay, right? Because this is an environment where we learn and when we grow together. What happened is when you started getting nervous, you could hear it in the way your breath, but then you could also hear it in the things like, I don't care about your drone photography, and I don't care about it because I'm not selling my house. I'm just trying to buy a house, right? So what I want you to focus on is like, who am I? What is my unique value proposition to the world? If I had a 30-second opportunity to get on camera and say, this is my unique value proposition, and this is why you should work for me. Or if I was in an audience, right, and said, okay, you guys, we're going to bring up 10 realtors right now, and I want you to choose who's going to be the person that you guys want to pick, right? Am I being able to put something out on the stage that people are going to resonate with, right? And when in doubt, focus out. What I mean by that, when in doubt, ask questions, right? So I understand that you're looking for a realtor, and I understand that this is a really tough decision. It's a huge decision. So let me ask you, what exactly are you looking for? What does that person need to do for you? How does that person need to show up for you? What are the things that you would love to see in a realtor in your corner, right? Because at the end of the day, most of the times people will tell you exactly what they need in order to serve them, right? I'm glad that you said that, Ricky, because here's one of my core values. My core values is I believe in A, B, and C to help you get to X, Y, and Z. So it's like you correlate that. So when in doubt, you focus out. Instead of like selling is not, let me spit this out and cross my fingers and hopefully I get a voter approval, or you say yes. Selling is being masterful at your discovery. And then taking all that information that you've discovered for them and deciding which lane you're going to go in based on the information that you've received. So man, good stuff. Thank you for stepping up. Let's give him some accolades for just at least stepping up in this environment. Kwanzo, let's bring us home, brother. You had your hand up. Let's go ahead and bring it full circle.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say, Ricky, you were, man, like I loved your approach because you were making it really relatable, saying, hey, I was recently there. I recently just bought a house, so I understand the market. So you had a great strategy. I think it's just now like really polishing that up. So I think that's a great approach to keep using, just make it more relatable. And you can definitely use that piece about your experience as a photography, right? Because I mean that means you've seen a lot of homes in that area, so like you just got to polish it up. But good job, man. Then step it up, just keep doing it. But Elias, really appreciate you bring this up. I think this is so poignant. This is something that we all need to do if we like figuring out how to have the confidence and really have this conversation, do the role play. I think this was like a perfect timing, because I think this is something that we all struggle with, just in terms of, so I really appreciate just taking it all in. It's a lot of information, so I'm still like processing a lot of it, but I just appreciate you to bring this up today.
It's almost like you're making your outline, right? It's like you're old school, like you're making a essay, right? And you're taking your notes on the left side, and then you're going to put together like your opening, the body, and then your close, right? I remember, and I'm going to be totally transparent and humble with you guys. When I joined forces with Kenny, 26 person at this company, right? To think now we're at 250 people. We have a leadership department. We have 27 staff members, right? Crazy. Well, when I joined forces with Kenny, we had worked at Climb together, right? And he's like, well, come on, be my sales manager. I was like, cool, let's do this, man. we'd be in these recruiting meetings and I'm like, I hadn't developed my unique value proposition yet. And so like I'd sit there and like now it's like I'd say 60, sometimes 70% of the talking, depends on who's in front of us, right? But then I was just like kind of sitting there like, what do I say? And that's not my challenge, right? I believe that I'm a really great communicator. I believe in doing great presentations. That's part of who I am. But I was like, fuck, what do I say? What do I say? There's this tool, there's this tool, there's this tool. Why Team Fast? Why EXP? I'm trying to understand all of this and like trying not to vomit all over everybody. And it took me a couple months and a couple times where Kenny, when I realized that I had had something strong, is when Kenny would stop talking. Kenny would stop talking because Kenny early on would interrupt me all the time. Now it would piss me off. Kenny, I love you, brother. It would piss me off, but there was a reason why he was interrupting me, because he knew exactly where he was taking the conversation, because he had his value proposition down. He's like, all right, this fool is just learning. Let me just hop in. Anyways, let me interrupt him. And I was like, stop interrupting me, but I got it. Now what Kenny does, he doesn't interrupt me because he knows that I have my
like 10% of the time now too.
Right. So it took some time, you guys. And just like Ricky White, man, I was new, like I had all the pieces, right? I knew I had it there, but I had to formulate it and I had to be able to put it in present mode. And now that it's in present mode, anybody can say why Team Fast and why EXP. I'm like, thought you would never ask. I get excited about that. So Ernesto, you had your hand up and we'll come full circle and we'll wrap up for today.
Yeah, I have a question for you. You're on that mastermind of like 300 people. Can you share with us some sample like value propositions? Because I think it's different from your values, like your core values, right?
So value propositions were, for me, as in one thing we heard a couple weeks ago, when you're working with me, Ernesto, we go through a VIP buying experience, and that VIP buying experience hits 10 key points that it's going to go from start to finish all the way to getting your offer accepted. Then we do a VIP concierge service while you're in contract and in escrow to make sure that that escrow process is smooth. We work on our communication with our transaction coordinator, your lender, as well as title, so you know exactly what is happening and the key dates that we need to hit. I'm also going to send you a checklist through Asana that we can see every time that I do a task, that task is going to alert you so you know that we're closing that door, we're moving even closer to you guys getting your key. That was a value proposition I heard. I remember that, and I'm just spitting it back to you. So Ernesto, those sessions are open to anybody. You guys can join. I'll make sure that Kenny sends you that link. I think that you would benefit from hopping on this. But that was one I heard. It was and what we're going to do is we're going to try to steal stuff like that, right? Why duplicate, or why create when we can just duplicate what's already been done? Yeah, but I heard all kinds. I heard the good, the bad, in between, right? I heard people say, I don't know what mine is. That's why we asked that conversation. That's why I asked the question today, because you shouldn't leave this room without saying, do I have one? Or damn, I have one. Or I need to refine one, or man, my shit's fire, right? That's the purpose of this conversation, right? You guys should be able to sit in an Uber with somebody for 5 minutes and be able to spit out what your unique value proposition is. Some of you guys have it, some of you guys are working on it, and some of you guys it's just sparking the idea. But I promise you, it's an important part of your business. So you guys, let's go full circle. I want to hear from a couple of different people really quick. Eleni, the tattoo realtor, what were some takeaways from today's session from you?
Just like everything in general, I know I've been kind of shy on these, but I've also been like super busy. Like I was running a cannabis industry or dispensary for a while. So I like the role play. I like that a lot. Like that definitely, like I used to do that a lot at my old job. So like role play definitely helps you like build that confidence and build that like knowledge of what you're gonna like do and like what you're gonna say and like the right words. So like I appreciate everyone like their role play and like watching it.
Love it. You guys want to be great at the three throw. You want to be good at shooting basketball? Yeah.
Yep.
Show up 2 hours early and fucking shoot that basketball. So when it's game time, you guys are ready, right? Yeah. Act like Steph Curry. Get there 2 hours early and shoot the ball, right? Let's hear from two other people. Let's go over to Jordana. Jordana, takeaways from today's session. All right, cool. Hence why I love your guys' cameras on. That way I can see your smiling faces.
Sorry, I'm here. Holden's home from school today, so I'm like half on this call, half.
Okay, so takeaways from today's session.
Unique value proposition. I was thinking about that as everyone else is role playing, and it's definitely something I need to work on. So that's like my biggest takeaway, just like hammering that out and having that down.
Good.
For sure.
Love it. Love it. And thank you for sharing. And Julia, let's go over to you full circle. What were your key takeaways from today's session?
Finding unique value propositions. Obviously we went over that, but also when you say to do things, do them. Like when you say to, follow these people and repost them, I didn't do it. And I feel like I missed out on, that momentum of, utilizing other people's brands and getting their followers. So I'm trying to play catch up, and I just, messaged Giselle and, reposted, but it would have been nice to run off of your momentum with that. So messed up there, but it was a learning lesson and we're moving forward.
That's right, Julia. And it's not that you messed up. It's like you guys just have to learn. And I promise you guys, all I want from these sessions is I want action. I want you guys to say, you know what, I am inspired enough to take action, because that's what coaching is. We can sit in the boardroom all day long and go over plays, right? Now, show me that you know how to run this play, right? I would inspire you, encourage you, fucking push each of you to say, you know what? I'm going to hit you guys right now. I'm going to record this. I'm going to share with the world what I believe my unique value proposition is and what my core values are. So boom, 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 boom. Just thought I'd share that. Thought I'd share that with you as I'm growing my business. Cool. I promise you guys, somebody's going to be like, damn, Colette, that was straight fire. You understand your purpose and you understand who you are in business. Solid. You know where that's going to live? You put that on your wall. Anytime someone goes back and is looking you up, they'll be able to see your unique value proposition. Every single time, you guys. Action. Let's go. Let's create some action. Let's have some fun with their day. Let's go accomplish some shit. And listen, make sure to track on seat. Go ahead, Joanne.
I just want to say to you guys, I know today's a very special day for you and Kenny. It's January 17th. This is the day that Climb shut their doors and you started your new journey. So, and it's also my birthday, but I went back through Slack on a binge for like a week and watched all your old videos, learned about you guys, where you came from. And when I found out January 17th was that day that you guys had to make your move, I was like, it was so cool, because that's my birthday. So I just felt a connection.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. And you know what, I mean, what a powerful, powerful moment that was for us. Best thing that could have ever happened was them closing their doors down on us. So Joanne, thanks for bringing that up. It was a special moment. Kenny, I love you, bro. I'm so glad that we're in this relationship together, okay, for all these years. Happy birthday, Joanne. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Go out there and take action.
Elias, can I say something? Do you see my hand?
Oh, sorry. I was just wrapping up. Go ahead, Sil.
I just wanted to thank everybody who have reached out to me in the loss of my mother. I appreciate it, and I haven't been able to get back to everybody individually, but I did get your messages, and I thank you. And I also wanted to say I made a video yesterday about generational wealth and leaving a legacy, and I've had some realtor friends from other brokerages reach out and ask me could they repost it and use it, and I told them they could, but I did at the end put my little spiel on it, and I told they could edit it and put their own information for people to contact them. So I wanted to extend that to the team also. It's on Facebook. It's just raw, it's uncut, and it's talking about leaving a legacy, and how the house, we bought the house in 52 for $10,000, and now in 22 it's worth $1 million. So just if people want to use it, they could.
Well, Sylvia, my condolences to you and to your family. Sending you huge hugs and huge energy. And if there's anything your team can do for you, you let us know. But you're in our hearts and our prayers. So you guys have a wonderful day. Go out there and crush your day. Call a loved one, tell them you love them. Let them know that you are thinking about them. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you guys for all your contributions today.